Hi Scorpio, Adele Mitchell here, and today I'm going to be doing your tarot scope for this coming week, and I'm also going to be using my zodiac board right here to cover all 12 houses so we can discover what it is that you need to know about in every aspect of your life. Okay. We are going to begin with the first house, which is the house of self. They're coming out. They're ready to supply you with what you need to know, Scorpio. Also, I want to add that this reading pertains to your sun, moon, or rising sign as well. All right, let's start with these cards here. In your self house, you've received the renewal card. It's almost like you have felt like you are kind of right on the cusp of getting to a point of understanding everything and having a lot of clarity. In the past, things have been a little confusing to you, a little lost when it comes to your connections as well as your career path. I'm picking up on almost every area of your life being a little mixed up in a sense. You want your intuition to really come forward and help you, but it's like these blocks are coming up constantly where you just can't see what it is that you can do, say, be, to get yourself past these blocks. So with this self card and being in a state of renewal, what the universe is asking you to do is forgive, maybe forget a little bit, let go of things that you've been holding a grudge about, move forward and trust that as you do, these blocks are just going to disintegrate. In your possessions house, you've received the 8 of Swords. This is what's going to matter most to you this week, Scorpio. So there's going to be times where you're going to feel like a lot of people are judging you, your character, the choices that you're making. This comes a lot with this like blocked, kind of confused energy. So it looks like there's an attachment here. When you start to think about people holding thoughts about you in a negative light, that's going to be a time to kind of let that go, as we were just talking about in your self house. The challenges that are going to come to you this week are going to be intense at times. So when you feel like somebody looked at you in a certain way or somebody said to you in a certain way, something that just rubbed you the wrong way, immediately check yourself and remind yourself that it doesn't matter whether they judged you, whether they, wanted to get under your skin a little bit. It doesn't matter, right? Because you're letting it go. You're letting it slide off like water on a duck's back. Doing this is really going to help. That's why it's the most important thing to you this week, is to not allow for these challenges to take over. In your communications house, you received the 10 of Pentacles. This is a very positive card. The people that you share your chats with are going to be really enjoying life themselves. They're going to feel fruitful and free and even a little rich. You may hear news of somebody either hitting it big if they're, into gambling or, pressing their luck. You may also hear of somebody receiving or about to receive some kind of funds, tax income stuff, things of that nature, where people are going to feel financially abundant around you. And the beautiful part of that is they're going to want to talk about it, and you will want to listen. You want to listen. You want to add in your 2 cents, pun intended. Because as you have this like give and take in your communications with these people, you too are going to be drumming up some very positive energy for yourself in your own finances. In your family house, you have received the Sun. So family's got you real good this week, Scorpio. I see that they are going to want to help you if you're moving out of house, if you're trying to expand upon your business or grow in any aspect of your life. If you need relationship advice, you can lean on your family members. They are going to be there for you. They are going to support you. They are not going to be the ones judging you at all here, okay? Your family is a safe space, so rely on them this week. In your pleasure house, you've received the Page of Cups. Emotions are going to be a little high this week for you. As we saw here, and here, there's a little wonkiness, feeling a little out of place. So what's most important for tapping into your pleasure house, because this comes as a warning sign to you, Scorpio, that if you're not allowing yourself to feel a little bit more free, feel a little bit more silliness, not taking things so seriously, as we talked about, letting go of situations where you're like, did they just say that to me? Well, I got something to say to them. You know what I mean? Like any type of allowing your attitude or moodiness to come to the surface is going to just blow up your pleasure house. It's going to be the opposite of what you deserve this week. So be really, vigilant when it comes to how you are receiving information and energies from others, because it's going to be very important for you to just do what doesn't come naturally sometimes, and that is to have a reaction in a negative way. If negativity is coming to you, do the opposite. Push the positivity as much as you can. In your health house, you have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. This is kind of just coming up once again as you getting really stuck in your head, okay? Things like repetitive negative thoughts can be coming up and trying to take over your whole physical well-being. If you allow this to happen and you're not pushing the positivity, like we talked about in your pleasure house, you're going to feel a little under the weather. Things that you felt with, if you have any type of like, what is it called? Not vertigo, but vertigo is coming forward. Fibromyalgia, that's what I'm picking up. If you have anything like that where, at times you just feel like everything is attacking you at once on a physical level, like you have cramps, you have, stomach upset, you have, pain in your neck, or you're getting headaches or migraines and TMJ, like all kinds of things that could be boiling up very quickly if you allow yourself to kind of fall into this like, woe's me, life's not serving me right now, so I'm miserable, I'm allowing misery to come in. Anything like that is really going to be hard on your health house this week. But you have the ability to avoid all that, which is why these tarot scopes are so helpful, because we're showing you here that there's a path that you can take to not fall victim to those experiences. In your partnership house, you've received the Empress. The Empress is here to give you a little boost, okay? If at any point in time you're feeling, the heaviness of your own, lostness, or feeling like just unbalanced, you can rely on your partner this week. Your partner is going to be in a different place than you are on an emotional and physical level. They're going to be strong. They're going to be able to take it on. So just let it all out on them. Use them as your personal therapist because they want to be there for you. The Empress is very nurturing. She knows kind of what to say at the right time. So don't hold back in using her, him, whoever your partner is during this week. And that could be somebody that you are really, really close to, a friend, family member, or the person that you're in a relationship with. For those who feel the need to spend more time with their partner this week, that's something you're going to want to do as well. It's going to soothe your soul. In your transformation house, Scorpio, you've received the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is coming through as a reminder that you have so much to be grateful for, so much to look at in your life, and think of how much you've done to help yourself, to support yourself, to drum up this beautiful partnership, right? And the family that you share your life with. There's so much to kind of look on the outside of you to think, wow, okay, I do have accomplishments to look back on. As you're able to do this and bring those things to light, these confusions, right, and the icky, negative stuff that is trying to rise to the surface will be kept away from you, because in your transformation card, it's kind of asking you to celebrate who you are and where you are in your life right now. Very important to do. It would also be a great practice to just kind of write down what you're grateful for. That will help you shift right out of this position that you've been in. In your philosophy house, you've received the Queen of Swords. This card here is asking you to take on a little something new, to learn something that you've kind of been interested about in the past, but have not taken the time to dive deeper into it, okay? Because with the Queen of Swords, she's extremely assertive. She's forthcoming with the desire to unravel or take apart, discover what's inside of something, as opposed to, knowledge that you want to attain. And I like how this comes up in your philosophy house, because this is showing that there's something you need to learn that's actually going to be like a gift to yourself. So if this coming week you're feeling like you want to tap into your intuition or your psychic gifts, or, you're a history buff, anything like that you just want to know more about, you could do something as simple as Googling, reading some articles, picking up a book at the library. Something of that sort is going to be very helpful for you this week. In your reputation house, you have the King of Wands. Yeah, he did come up in the last reading, but in a different house. So let's see what he means here for you, Scorpio. It looks like people are going to expect you to be a certain way this week. I do see that they're going to challenge you a little bit here in this possessions house. People are going to want to maybe poke at you a little bit, not make fun of, but just like see if they can get a rise out of you. See if they can create some kind of emotional energy around you. I'm picking up on these being like the people that you're not super close to, acquaintances, people that you work with, people that you live near, that you kind of tolerate. But these are the ones that are really going to be, seeing if they can get under your skin, like we were talking about earlier in your possessions house. So just be aware of them. You already have the insight from this reading on how to handle them. And, kill them with kindness, so to speak. Give them what they don't expect, and then they'll just go away. Okay, in your friendship house, you've received the Star. There's been some moments with some friends in your past and all the way up to this week where you've been feeling like you need to be more hopeful for a better turnout, because I mean, now it's kind of coming to light here in the Self house where there's some things where you feel a little lost on. This is coming up with one of your friendships. It almost looks like you're at a crossroads a little bit here, but because you're manifesting a good turnout, it looks like you're going to be able to do that with success. So one friend in particular is coming through for this house that you're going to want to place more of your interest on, because it's worth it. If you've questioned, you know, being kind of confused, if you've questioned if this person is worth your time and effort, this is showing that they truly are, and you can keep working on that connection. In your 12th house, this is your unconscious house, you've received the Wheel. Chances for you to kind of go through all this very similar stuff in the future is coming up to be like a cycle for you. But as we've seen here, there's a lot that you can do to kind of change things up a little bit. But, you know, naysayers are going to be showing up for your reputation house for next week. I like how this card kind of showed up in your unconscious house because it's a little peek into next week. You're also going to, you know, be connecting with people who are talking positively about, you know, finances and building upon their wealth, which is in turn going to help you. I mean, you could really just go back through and see what's going to be going on for the week to come, because this wheel is showing a repetitious manner for the near future. Okay, but I do see that there is a lot of positive changes coming through too. So what you felt here and here is not really going to be the same for next week, which we'll tap into again. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for being a part of today's Taroscope. I invite you to come back anytime, so please subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Have a blessed day.